Florida growers accuse Mexico of flooding the market with cheap tomatoes, and they want something done about it. But what they want could cost you more at the checkout line and jobs at the border. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Guy Atchley.
And I'm Jennifer Waddell. At the heart of this food fight, a 16-year-old trade agreement aimed at keeping things fair.
Since the agreement was made, a lot has changed. Namely, it costs U.S. growers more and their profits are less. In Mexico, low wages combined with government subsidies are turning tomatoes into a cash crop, one that benefits workers on both sides of the border. Craig Smith explains in this Night on Your Side Border Watch.
At JC Distributing, the season's first tomatoes are just coming in. In a few weeks, the warehouse will be stacked floor to ceiling with ripe red tomatoes on their way to restaurants, grocery stores, and maybe your dinner plate. But Florida tomato growers complain Mexican farmers are unfair competition, selling tomatoes for less than it costs to grow them. We just want a level playing field, is how one Florida farming leader put it. There is a pricing agreement designed to keep Mexican tomatoes from undercutting U.S. tomatoes. But Florida convinced the Federal Commerce Department to make a preliminary ruling that throws out that agreement. That could let Florida farmers push for tougher price restrictions on Mexican tomatoes. Jaime Chamberlain says that would hurt Nogales' huge packing house industry and the workers.
Because if we're not able to bring in our tomatoes through here, which is our largest commodity, we're going to be forced to reduce our staff.
The tons of tomatoes that pass through this port are so important to the Mexican economy. The worry is that if the United States slaps import fees on those tomatoes to jack up the prices, Mexico will retaliate and jack up tariffs on U.S. products headed south. Then you have a classic trade war. And that could affect other food prices, too.
You have big associations like the National Restaurant Association that is watching this and has sent letters on our behalf, as well as Walmart and some of the other chain stores in the United States.
Now, politics enters the picture here. Arizona interests think the Obama administration is siding with Florida because Florida is a key swing state, and winning Florida could help win the election. Now, because the decision is still tentative, representatives from Arizona, Florida, and Mexico are in D.C. right now lobbying hard on this issue.
Craig, when might we see a permanent ruling?
Well, the Commerce Department uses words like as soon as practical, but it says it'll be no longer than 270 days. That's bureaucratic speak for about 9 months.
Thank you, Craig.